so much. I know it's a little stressful. You know, I'm waiting on a whole bunch of stuff coming down alongside you. We're now awaiting the Supreme Court's ruling on whether same-sex couples nationwide have the equal right to marry. However the decision comes down on the marriage issue, one thing's undeniable. There has been this incredible shift in attitudes across the country. The marriage equality is about our civil rights. And our firm belief that every citizen should be treated equally under the law.
You know, the case Obergefell v. Hodges started out purely with my late husband John and I wanting to commit to each other and to have our government acknowledge our existence. The driving force behind filing this lawsuit was a sense of dignity and a sense of respect. We wanted our marriage to matter. That was the moment when my activism was born. But it's also the moment that I realized this is a lawsuit that could have much greater impact outside of just our marriage. And that realization that this fight for our marriage was a fight for all marriages across the nation.
But I think most of the nervous energy that morning kind of came from, you know, what if the Supreme Court went the wrong way? You know, we were on kind of the verge of a massive leap forward in civil rights and human rights in America.
We were in the Chief of Staff's office having our normal morning meeting when my assistant rushed in at a few minutes after 10 with a note saying that the marriage equality decision had come down 5-4, ruling in our favor. And I screamed out to everybody, guess what? The decision has come down. The Chief of Staff, Dennis McDonough, said, well, since your responsibilities included fighting for rights for the LGBTQ community, you should go get to tell the president. He was upstairs in the residence working on his eulogy for Reverend Pinckney, who together with 8 of his parishioners had been murdered in Charleston the week before. And so if you can imagine, it was just chaos. He was trying to finish his eulogy. Now he had to write a landmark speech about this incredible decision.
I was in that courtroom that day when Justice Kennedy would read his decision. And I realized, yes, he's saying we matter, we exist. I broke into tears. Of course, my first thought was, John, I wish you were here to know that your death certificate will never change, to know that you will always be my husband.
We tried to see if Jim could make it to the White House in time to come to the Rose Garden with the president, but it was just not going to be possible, so we had to track him down, get him on the phone.
After court ended, I turned around and had an interview with a CNN crew. And then someone said, Jim, you have a phone call. And they handed me a phone on speaker.
Hello?
Hi, is this Jim?
Yes, it is, Mr. President.
I figured when I saw you that we were going to be hoping for some good news, and we did. And I just wanted to say congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. I think it was your wishes.
You know, your leadership on this, you know, has changed the country.
I really appreciate that, Mr. President.
Looking back at that conversation with President Obama, he said that my leadership made a difference in our nation. And for me, I feel like I simply did what was the right thing to do in regards to my husband, in regards to living up to my promises to love, honor, and protect.
Progress on this journey often comes in small increments. Sometimes 2 steps forward, 1 step back, propelled by the persistent effort of dedicated citizens. And then sometimes there are days like this, when that slow, steady effort is rewarded with justice that arrives like a thunderbolt.